Cage Minds, Micah Frankel. We're talking about JW Fight Night 5. We got Keenan Jackson with us. Told you're 1-0 as a pro, but actually this is going to be your pro debut. So this is an even bigger fight than I thought it was for you. How's it feel to be making the pro debut, sir?
It feels great, you know. I've been working on this for a long time. You know, sharpening up the tools, you know, tweaking things here and there, just make sure that I make a spectacular pro debut. So this is what I wanted. It's here in my new backyard, so everything's going according to plan.
If people don't know, Keenan is a superstar here at Kirkland Air Force Base for also being a serviceman and a mixed martial artist.
Yes, sir.
So when did it come into your mind to want to pursue both endeavors?
It was actually when I was going to school up in Grandview University in Des Moines, Iowa. I needed a way to pay for the extra funds. So, you know, it's a private school, so I still had a wrestling scholarship, but it wasn't covering everything. So decided to join the Air Force to help pay for those bills.
And when did, during your Air Force time, the thought of participating in mixed martial arts enter your mind?
Oh, no, I always wanted to participate in martial arts. I started studying martial arts when I was 6, so with submission fighting. But I've always been a big fan of fighting in general. So
you've been a boxing, a UFC fan prior to getting in?
Yeah, definitely. This goes long into the 843 back in South Carolina. So this is, I would say I started my first MMA fight career about 2 or 3 years ago, but I've been training years and years and years. So.
What was that first martial art that you started training?
It's submission fighting, so it's a form of, you know, jiu-jitsu. It's not Brazilian jiu-jitsu. The best way I can explain it is it's an Americanized like jiu-jitsu mixed with some karate. It's called Zenshido. So you can look it up, but it's very submission based, and like I said, we did some karate techniques in there as well. But they use a whole different ranking system than you would in a traditional, you know, BJJ system. So that's what I started with.
And from when you started now, how many years under your belt would you say of martial arts training do you have?
I would say at least 12. You know, I started when I was 6, did that for 2 years, and then after that it was kind of seasonal. And I picked up wrestling 7th grade. Wrestled all through college, did 5 years of wrestling, and that was every year. And then jiu-jitsu was seasonal, according to like football and then other sports that I was doing. And then I picked up boxing about 6 years ago, and that's become seasonal too as well. It hasn't been just strictly boxing. And then, like I said, I made my mixed martial arts debut about 3 years ago. But just a lot of training.
It's been a lot of time and a lot of hard work put in. What did it mean to you, you know, getting the contract and taking this step, becoming a professional?
It meant everything, you know, it meant the world to me. It honestly was a dream come true for the fact that I've been training here for, you know, about 2.5 years now, and I've been itching to make my pro debut, but I wasn't trying to rush the process or anything like that. And then to find out that I could do it here, that made my day. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go extra hard for this one.
What has that process been like? What can you tell us about these years of training and leading up to where you are now?
It's been a journey, you know. It's been exhilarating. It's been a roller coaster ride. You know, a lot of ups and downs with everything. Like I said, just take it one day. It's nothing like bad, but with anything that you do, you're gonna have your hardships. So. It's just been a good ride, you know, and it's still, like I said, I still got a long way to go. Like, this is a little door, you know, like a little step on the staircase. So, but it's a big step for me. You know, every step is a big step, and so I treat it accordingly.
Looking back at this amateur run, what's been the biggest hurdle that you've gone over?
I would say just to have the grit to keep, you know, moving forward. You know, through all the challenges that I have faced, you know, I did lose an amateur fight back in Iowa, and then the challenge of moving out here and sustaining myself out here and trying to, you know, build. And then, but why doing all that, having a positive mindset. So that alone, that's probably something I'm proud of, definitely, for sure.
Got the fight coming up on the 10th. What do you expect of yourself?
I expect the show. You know, I expect fireworks, just like all of my other fights. You know, 6-1 as an amateur, and I feel like that my record speaks for itself because all those fights are finishes. So you can expect me to go in there to kill or be killed, and that's the mentality I take into my fights. You know, I need to be smart about a lot of stuff, but I'm going in there to have some fun, you know, and to put on a show.
Your opponent, another guy with a wrestling background. How do you feel this one plays out?
Really, you can never really tell how they play out. You know, I feel like you can kind of like gauge a little bit or learn a little bit about your opponent, but they're all are always so different, you know. And I guess with more time, I'll be able to set the pace and the tone of a fight as I become more experienced. But you know, he doesn't like to shoot, or if he does like to shoot a little bit, but I don't think he's going to come out and try to shoot. You know, he's packed on a lot of weight this last year or so, so I know he's going to be a little top heavy. So he's going to look to trade and, you know, look to stand. And if the shot's there, he'll try and take it. But if it's not, I'm not going to try and take a shot. This is one goal for myself, is keep it standing. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
And no, Keenan Jackson, where you're at right now, what are some immediate goals you're looking at?
All right, so the rest of the year is looking out for me is that I finish this fight. You know, I got a lot of military training that I need to get done. I'll be deploying July 10th, and I'll be gone for 6 months. So I'll be away from the MMA game. But with that, I plan on focusing on a couple of things out there, and then just getting back here, and then winning Worlds. You know, IBJJF Worlds. I want to make my coaches over there at Gracie's proud, and then you know, get back on that MMA bicycle and keep it moving.
And I gotta ask, with your real day job, are you able to?
Definitely, you know, I feel like it's a great balance, you know, because I lived here at the gym for about 6 months straight. So being at the gym is like a whole, you know, it's a different dyad system. So, you know, getting away from all of that and having another job to be able to work, it allows me to keep my mind active and allows me to still experience the world and experience things that's going on around me, you know, make new friends. And then when I come back here, then I feel like I'm even more focused because I know I'm here to train. You know, it's just strictly business when I get here. And then when I'm out, boom, it's like, you know, out wandering again. But it definitely helps, you know, just being able to switch gears from time to time.
Coming up on May 10th at Isleta Resort and Casino, JW Fight Night 5, Kenan Jackson making the pro debut. Thank you for the time, sir.
Thank you for the interview.